Drive away with an Axio car from Predo Baby with 4 different options to win. Follow us on Facebook at Predo Baby South America. Predo Baby diaper is known for its premium quality and high absorbency level. It keeps your baby dry and comfortable with its stretchy waistband. Available in regular paste and pull-up pants style from newborn to stage 7. See press for details or contact us on 233-2473. Predo Baby, the diaper of the new generation.
This is the news on top of the hour.
Live from our studio in Georgetown.
Kaieteur Radio, 99.1 FM.
Hello and welcome to your news at noon right here on Kaieteur Radio that comes to you with the compliments of Tropical Delight. I am Kevin Smith. These are the top stories that we're tracking. In the Demerara oil block, CGX breached contract, but coalition government still approved extension for 3 more years. Meanwhile, secret documents from Office of the President reveal GGMC new initial kanji owner was penniless, but gave him the block anyway, and Regent Street store destroyed by late-night fire. Meanwhile, the Vice President says remove criminal GCAM elements before LGE and that Bino is not qualified to head Energy Department and removal is likely. Stay tuned to stay informed.
Hello there, Guyana. You've asked for it. It is finally here. The Wake Up Guyana Show with yours truly, Leonard Gildari. Monday to Friday, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Make your voices be heard. Call us. Texas, Kaieteur Radio 99.1, 99.5 FM, the Wake Up Guyana Show.
If something doesn't look right, then there is something wrong. And if you suspect child abuse, then you must report it to the Child Care and Protection Agency. During this time more than ever, we have to be the eyes and ears of abused children across the country. So if you see it, or you know it, or even if you just think it's child abuse, then you must report it to the police or call the CPA hotline on 227-0979.
A message from the Child Care and Protection Agency, Ministry of Human Services and Social Security, and UNICEF.
And now for the news in detail. Our apologies, it comes to you with the compliments of Predo Baby. After being in possession of a license for the Demerara oil block offshore Guyana for 8 years, CGX Resources, a local exploration company, has failed to drill a single well. According to the agreement it signed with Guyana's government at the time on February 12, 2013, the company was required to drill at least 1 well within the first 4 years of having the license. This was expected to be done after it conducted a new marine 3D seismic survey consisting of a minimum of 1,000 square kilometers, as well as process and interpret data from same. At the end of the 4-year period, CGX was required to give up 15% of the contract area or the entire block and renew the license for another 3 years. In 2017, it exercised the option to relinquish 15% of the block and renewed its license for 3 years. It got the renewal approved, even though it did not honor its work obligations completely. Meanwhile, secret documents from the Office of the President have revealed that GGMC knew Mid-Atlantic Oil and Gas was broke, that it could not finance its work commitments under the Kanji agreement, but gave the ultra-deep-water block away to the company anyway. Mid-Atlantic was so broke that it did not even have a seismic survey done before it started to flip the license, let alone have the money to drill a well. GGMC admitted that Mid-Atlantic on its own could be seen as a company that is insufficient to finance work in the block and wanted a commitment that the company would somehow get the money. In other news, it was madness last night after a fire erupted and destroyed Dore's Fashion, a store located on Regent Street in Georgetown, in close proximity to the Guy Oil gas station. Gaio staffers said that the blaze started at around 20 hours 30. An explosion was heard and flames were seen emanating from the building, which is well known by many as a popular clothes store. While awaiting the arrival for fire trucks, they shut off all the fuel pumps and evacuated the gas station as quickly as possible. Loud explosions could be heard as fire consumed the building at a fast rate and began spreading to the Harvey's variety store next door. Firefighters were seen using what looked like electric saws and angle grinders to cut through heavy-duty padlocks placed on the shutters of Harvey's store just to gain access. Let's tell you now that Vice President Dr. Bharat Jagdeo has emphasized that while the government is adamant that local government elections must be held in 2021, those quote-unquote criminal elements from GCOM must be removed. Jagdeo was keen to point out that COVID-19 or not, he has high hopes that the PPPC will be victorious in those LGEs. Having said this, however, the Vice President emphasized that the PPPC has no confidence in those criminals running GCOM. Because of the PPP's lack of confidence in these shady characters, the Vice President hopes that the GCOM chair Claudette Singh will fight against the criminals by removing them from their post. And still on Vice President Dr. Jagdeo, he said because Energy Department head Dr. Mark Bino's qualifications are not in the energy sector, he will likely be removed from his post by the government. Notably, Dr. Bino is a graduate of the University of East Anglia, where he obtained his doctoral degree in economics, specializing in resource and trade economics, and the University of Edinburgh, from which he graduated with a Master's of Science degree in resource management. Even without holding the requisite qualifications, Dr. Bino was on August 1st, 2018 appointed the inaugural director of the Department of Energy by the Government of Guyana. It is 12:06. You are tuned into Kaieteur Radio, 99.1 and 99.5 FM, the radio with a difference. This is your news at noon. Coming up after the break, in the $150 million and counting CJIA renovation project, Chinese contractor defies government and submits revised work plan lacking designs from original contract. Meanwhile, man robs priest during church service, and President Ali excludes GT mayor from wreath-laying ceremony. Caught on camera, woman hides away in store and carries out late-night shopping. Find out what she bought after the break.
Happened since oil was discovered in 2015. The petroleum industry is an ever-changing web of oil, gas, politics, and money. It gets complicated sometimes, but we can bring you all the latest developments and include you in the discussions here on Kaieteur Radio. So tune in to 99.1 or 99.5 FM every Tuesday night at 20 hours for Petroleum 101 with me, your host, Kamal King. Kaieteur Radio, the radio with a difference.
Welcome back. Let us continue with the news. Chinese contractor China Harbour Engineering Company has once again defied the governing administration's directives. This time it has submitted a revised work plan for the $150 million and counting Chedi Jagan International Airport renovation project without the key components set in the initial contract. Public Works Minister Juan Edgel confirmed that this was indeed the state of affairs. The minister said that the work plan was only submitted a few days ago, but no formal action has been taken against the contractor for this infraction. Minister Edgel, when asked whether the contractor provided a reason for submitting the deficient work plan, said the company did not, and they have not been shy at going to the media. In other news, on Saturday, a man who appeared to be deranged walked into the Roman Catholic Cathedral of Immaculate Conception on Brick Dam and robbed the officiating priest of his ring, chain, and Bible. In a video, the bandit, who was shirtless, entered the cathedral and walked up to the altar. He shouted, disarranged the table, and armed with a knife in his left hand, walked up to the priest. The bandit committed the act in the midst of a church service. Calls were made yesterday to the commander of Region 4, a Simon McBean, to ascertain if the bandit was arrested, but the commander was unreachable up to press time. Let's tell you now that the mayor of Georgetown, Ubraj Narayan, was yesterday excluded from the wreath-laying ceremony annually held at the cenotaph in commemoration of the fallen soldiers who fought in the 2 world wars. The wreath-laying ceremony is observed by all Commonwealth countries on the second Sunday of November every year. This act is part of what is popularly known as Poppy Day, a day of remembrance for the soldiers who died in First and Second World Wars. Narayan said that he did not attend because no invitation was extended to him by the relevant authorities. He explained that every year a formal invitation is sent to the Georgetown MNCC requesting that it attend the wreath-laying ceremony. Narayan condemned the move by the Dr. Ali-led administration, calling it petty. He added that such an attitude by Ali's government indicates a lack of morale in its operation. And now let's tell you the police on Friday arrested a woman who was caught on camera hiding in a store until it closed before proceeding with attempting to carry out a daring robbery. The woman attempted to rob American Home and Beauty Center located at Robb and Wellington Streets, Georgetown, of wigs, makeup, curling iron, and other items. The incident occurred on Friday night by a woman who identified herself as Ashley Williams. Williams was seen on cameras walking around the store for a few minutes before she went and hid in the storage corner. My apologies. After the store closed, Williams could be seen walking out of the storage area while looking around to see if anyone was still in the store. She then proceeded to the cash register but was unable to open it. The woman carried on her late-night shopping before attempting to open the office door. The matter was reported and the woman was taken into custody. Meanwhile, government, through the Ministry of Labour, will be clamping down on business owners who are not in compliance with the labour laws of Guyana. These will see any business owner found guilty of a breach being prosecuted to the full extent of the law, according to the ministry's chief labour officer, Charles Ogle. Ogle said that the ministry would have conducted outreaches in several regions where many complaints were filed about employers breaching the labor laws as it relates to wages and salary entitlements. It is understood that it was found that many employers were paying employees below Guyana's minimum wage. Some were giving untimely payments of salaries, and employees were also being deprived of certain employment benefits. Many formal complaints were also filed directly to the ministry against non-compliant employers. It is now 12 hours 12. Coming up next is your COVID-19 update.
This is GHK Lal inviting you to join me weekdays from Monday to Friday on the National Outlook for commentary on a range of issues. Immediately after the 12 noon and 7 p.m. newscasts on Kaieteur Radio at 99.1 FM and 99.5 FM. Looking forward to you sharing in the conversation.
And now for your COVID-19 update. According to Worldometer, the number of worldwide coronavirus cases has reached 50,919,065, with worldwide deaths at 1,264,507. Recovery cases, meanwhile, has reached 35,896,303. Locally, the Ministry of Health yesterday announced 13 new COVID-19 cases. This has brought the total number of confirmed cases to 4,514. There are 11 persons in the COVID-19 ICU, 63 in institutional isolation, 778 in approved home isolation, and 49 in institutional quarantine. A sanitation worker yesterday fell to his death from the third floor of the Ocean View COVID-19 hospital located at Lillian Dahl after he decided to use a metal lift that is on the northern side to go down instead of the stairs. The Ministry of Health and the Georgetown Public Hospital has begun independent investigations to determine the circumstances surrounding the incident and to inform further actions to ensure that all staff and contractors at the facility comply with the safety precautions and measures. And coming from CNN, tackling the coronavirus is at the top of the agenda of U.S. President-elect Joe Biden and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris, who announced Monday the names of 13 doctors and scientists who will serve on their COVID-19 advisory panel. Meanwhile, more than 50 million cases of COVID-19 have been recorded worldwide as countries hit frightening new records all over the world. And the U.S. recorded 126,742 new COVID-19 cases on Saturday, the most in a single day since the pandemic began. President-elect Joe Biden plans to name a coronavirus task force on today, while the EU hailed the success of its cross-border COVID-19 contact tracing system. And that brings us to the end of today's News at Noon. Remember, the news came to you with the compliments of Predo Baby. I am Kevin Smith. Thank you for listening.
Let December 2020 be one to remember. Drive away with an Axio car from Predo Baby with 4 different options to win. Follow us on Facebook at Predo Baby South America. Predo Baby diaper is known for its premium quality and high absorbency level. It keeps your baby dry and comfortable with its stretchy waistband. Available in regular paste and pull-up pants style from newborn to stage 7. See press for details or contact us on 233-2473. Predo Baby, the diaper of the new generation.